Cougars have a lot to do between now and Mississippi. So what are the biggest questions needing answers as we embark on fall camp? True Blue's Jarom Jordan gives us a look.
The 2010 New Mexico Bowl left BYU football fans in eager anticipation of the 2011 campaign. Nearly a month of practice starting this Saturday will tease us as to the answers to some fall camp questions. In year 2, Jake Heaps is the leader of an offense that returns 10 starters. How much will he grow in his sophomore season by yards, touchdown passes, and especially wins? His young receivers appear to be ready for a breakout year. How good is Ross Oppo, who comes off a redshirt freshman season? Is Cody Hoffman the main guy? What about the tight ends?
I would love for one or two to stand out, preferably, but you know, who knows? We'll see what happens. It definitely won't be a switching man's game like we did last year.
After being spoiled for 5 years of Harline and Pitta, no tight end caught a touchdown pass in 2010. Will that player or players emerge in the coming weeks?
My philosophy is take care of football, take care of myself, make sure that I'm everything that I can be. Everything else will fall into place as it may.
Preseason All-American Matt Reynolds anchors a talented offensive line that returns 4 starters. Will they help Heaps have time to throw and allow BYU's 3-back attack to thrive? New offensive coordinator Brandon Doman has said he wants to turn J.J. DiLuigi into a Matt Bellini-type player. That means more time in the slot and more carries for Brian Correa, and especially Josh Quezada, who turned in a solid freshman season. On the defensive side of the ball, replacing 3 starters in the secondary provides the biggest question mark. But Corby Eason doesn't think that will be a problem.
This is going to be a special season with our secondary this year. Like, we got a lot of depth, and like now we'll be able to do different things, like throw in different package to add another DB or blitz a lot. It's going to be wonderful.
The linebackers appear to be overflowing with depth, led by Jamison Frazier and Brandon Ogletree. USC transfer Yona Kavenga is the talented wild card. Will he live up to the hype? Meanwhile, Jordan Pendleton and Kyle Van Noy will battle for a starting spot. The defensive line appears to be as solid as it has been in years, as Romney Fuga returns from injury, and USC transfer Hebron Pangupu looks to make an impact in his senior season. The defense saved 2010 as the offense learned to walk and then eventually run by the end of last season. Will there be more balance in 2011? Speaking of balance, BYU's kicker and unicycle specialist Justin Sorensen is back from a mission ready to replace BYU's all-time leading scorer, Mitch Payne. All in all, 2011 is full of intrigue because of independence, but fall camp will reveal a lot. How much can we learn about this year's team until they actually take the field? That's why September 3rd has been written in the hearts and minds of Cougar fans since December 18th.
And Jarom Jordan's in our True Blue studios. No one watches the Cougars closer than you. And as you look at some of the things that you've outlined, what do you think you'll see in the next couple of weeks?
Well, it'll be interesting because we think we know certain things. For example, that Jake Heaps will continue to progress. He still has to do that. We think we know that Brandon Doman will provide greatness. It's his first time as an offensive coordinator. New staff, you bring in Ben Cahoon. Will the receivers produce a little bit more? Defensively, there's depth. That's really revealed when you have a lot of injuries and that type of things, and fall camp will show that to us. But it's an exciting time for BYU as we venture into independence.
So many starters are back, especially on offense. All the running backs are back. Seems like the receivers are back with the addition of a couple. But you've got Joe Dupay, new running back coach, Ben Cahoon, as you mentioned, the new receivers coach, and a new offensive coordinator. That's a lot of newness on the sideline as opposed to what's on the field.
Yeah, and Bronco Mendenhall has talked about the enthusiasm that these guys bring. They're all really young. Ben Cahoon is fresh off of his pro career. He's very ecstatic. Joe Dupay said he's always wanted to be here. And, of course, Brandon Doman, I think he'll be a head coach in the future. We'll see if it's at BYU post-Bronco era. But it's an exciting time for these guys to prove themselves with a young group that really matured the last half of the season last year.
Well, and the pressure is certainly there, starting with Mississippi, because that schedule goes Mississippi, Texas, Utah. The backside of the schedule is kind of light in the eyes of many. So there's no room for error coming out of the gate.
And they understand that. In the football media day in this building, they all said, we have to come out guns a-blazing. We understand what's at stake. And that's the biggest question in my mind. It's not so much personnel in the secondary and that kind of thing. It's how will BYU withstand that first half of the schedule, because it's tough.
Okay, you'll be at practice reporting to the Cougar Nation. We'll all be watching. Thanks, Jarom.